Guys, how's it going out there? Rooster here in Tennessee, roostercb.com. And before we start, yes, this item will be listed up for sale, roostercb.com, under used equipment and specials. Now, here's the deal on this thing. I'm offering it up for what I consider a really good deal before I go through the trouble and get this thing fixed and running myself. It's a 12 pill, 1.2 kW, bias and sideband. Obviously, a high drive amp. You want to hit it with about 400, 450 watts PEP, and you'll end up seeing somewhere between 2200 and 2500 PEP out of it. Standard 2879s in it, not 2879Cs. So, story on this one is customer had it a couple of months, maybe 6 weeks, 8 weeks, something like that. Started with a 2995 DX HP going into it, 300 watts in. He was seeing about 2300 PEP out. He tried a multitude of different radios and ended up driving it with a 2970 N4 and had it on sideband when he had a failure. So, as I've told people, you have to be really careful on sideband because average power is like the silent killer. If you don't have a meter that reads average power and you just turn your RF power up too high on sideband, you think, well, I'm only doing 400 PEP. That might be the case, but you might be doing 300 average. Average power can get out of control on sideband. For people that don't think that's relevant, I promise you, if you ask this gentleman, he is probably a believer that average power on sideband is a relevant measurement of power. Because you can turn your RF power up and down a lot of times, different radios. The PEP won't change, but as the average power changes, you're drawing more current. So it's pretty obvious that you're doing more power. And that's, probably what we're figuring happened to this amp. Too much drive on sideband, had probably been talking on AM or something, had it up a little bit higher than it should have been. Boom. And we've had a failure here. Now, this one has not had the seals broken on it, so I legitimately cannot tell you how many transistors are bad in it. Do I think it blew all 12? No, almost never does that happen when you have a failure like this. It usually, gets 2 or 3 or maybe 4 or something there. But I can't promise how many good transistors are in this amp. So, obviously my recommendation is to repeal the whole thing with a new matching set. If I end up keeping it, repairing it, and putting it up for sale, that's exactly what will happen. And then I'll just end up keeping, what's good out of it for spares. If we have a 2 pill come through that needs new transistors or a 4 pill or something like that, we can use what's good out of this amp to help somebody get going on a budget. But the benefit is if you buy this amp, you get 12 new transistors with it, all matched to go back in it, and you can keep whatever's good inside of it. Retail on this one, if you got this amp from Carl and had the sideband and bias and put in it, I think it's about a $1,500 amp plus shipping, give or take. Somewhere in that ballpark, right around $1,500 or so. So he's got a big, Anderson connector on it, has the heavy duty ground cable coming out of it. If that's what you want to use, fine. If not, you can take that off, obviously. But again, I'll leave it up on the website for, just a little bit. And if nobody ends up taking it, we will get it fixed ourselves and list it, sell it, run it. We'll do something with it. But obviously, it's going to be more if I go through the trouble to get it fixed. It's like a brand new amp, aside from it being blown up. I mean, it's like a couple months old. So if I get it going, obviously it will be discounted a little bit, but it's going to be more expensive than the price I'm offering it for right now. So again, something to think about. If you buy it in the current state that it's in, you're going to get a full set of transistors with it that you can repair yourself, and you can keep whatever's good in it. If you buy it after it's fixed, you basically just get it, in running condition with new transistors. So, again, can't tell you how many transistors are bad in it. Have not broke the seal on it. Did that for a reason. Left the seal intact. That way we could actually show, in the video that nobody's been in it or whatever. But that's it, guys. Carl built 1.2 kW, kind of a special deal. Again, I figure I'll offer this up to the public. The price you see on the website will be free shipping. There's not going to be any additional shipping charge or anything like that. You will get the 12 pill in its current state and get the replacement transistors to go in it. So if you got somebody that does work for you, fairly cheap, or you're a do-it-yourself kind of person, likes to fix your own stuff, you'll have some room to flip this thing and make a little bit of money on it at the current price. And again, you can take the transistors that are left over and, obviously I don't encourage people to sell those as new. That would be a terrible idea. But if you're into repairs and stuff like that, maybe you got some buddies that you can get going on the cheap. I mean, I know around here people blow transistors, all the time, 4 pills, 2 pills, and they don't necessarily want to buy brand new transistors going there. So if you got some half price transistors or whatever, you can hook them up. So that's what I'll do with it if I end up keeping it. It'll be like in the budget pile, the get people going pile. So that's it, everybody. Appreciate it. Rooster in Tennessee, roostercb.com. Maybe someone's interested in this, maybe not, but we're just going to give everybody an option before we go through the trouble of fixing it. All right. Thanks, everybody. Rooster in Tennessee, roostercb.com. I'll take a couple of pictures of this one and get it listed up under used and specials. See you. Bye.